everyone, my name is Jessie with OBX Hot Yoga in Nag's Head, and today I'll be leading you through a short hip opening sequence. So if you have a yoga block available or maybe just a stack of books or box to help elevate you during this practice, it will come in handy. As always, feel free to modify or amplify your practice along the way. Do what feels best for you and listen to your body. And we'll go ahead and get started. So just beginning by finding a comfortable seat on your mat, cross-legged or elevated by your block, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Gently closing your eyes or finding a soft gaze, and just start to find your breath. Taking a nice full inhale, nice deep exhales. Breathing in through your nose and out of your nose. With each inhale, elongating, lifting up through your spine, growing taller. And with each exhale, just starting to let go, releasing any tension you might be holding in your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Gently opening your eyes. We'll just start to take a few circles here. So slowly leaning over towards your right knee. Lifting your heart forward as you inhale. And then as you exhale, circle around back. Drawing your belly in. And inhale again as you come forward. Exhale, coming back. One more going in this direction. And as you come over that right knee, then we'll switch around, coming back. And inhale, coming forward. Just starting to loosen up here in your hips, in your spine. And then slowly coming back center. Start to walk your hands forward. Lift up onto your knees. And make your knees a little wider than your mat. So they should come to the outside of your mat. Feet are engaged, so toes are pointing towards the side wall. So you have a nice wide stance here with your knees. And then slowly start to sink down onto your forearms, finding your frog. So as you inhale, you can come forward a little bit. Exhale, sink back. Just starting to work into those hips. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, slowly lifting back up. And we'll find a tabletop position on your mat. Again, wrists directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Drawing your belly and your chest up and away from the mat. Nice and long through your spine, reaching through the crown of your head. As you inhale, reaching that left leg back behind. Pushing out through your heel, growing long. Inhale. As you exhale, we're going to cactus that left leg out to the left side. So try to bring your knee parallel to the floor as you can. And inhale, bring it back behind. Exhale, draw that left knee in towards your nose, curving your spine. Inhale, reaching back behind. This time as you exhale, we're going to look over your right shoulder and your toes are going to come down to that right side. Inhale, reaching back behind. Exhale, cactus that leg out to the left side again. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Pull your belly in. Inhale, reaching back. And again, exhale, bring that left toes over to the right side, looking over your right shoulder. And we're going to take your left hand and reach it over to the right side as well, lowering down to that right elbow. Feeling that stretch all the way through your left side. Breathing deeply. And slowly lifting back up, returning to your tabletop. Tucking your toes, drop your belly, inhale, lift your heart forward for cow. And exhale, draw your belly in for cat. Again, inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Pushing your hips forward. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to your table. We'll do the other side. So reaching that right leg back behind you, pushing out through your right heel. Growing long through your spine. As you exhale, we'll cactus that right leg out to the right side. Inhale, reach that right leg back. Exhale, draw in towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, look over the left shoulder this time. Bring your toes down. Just a touch, and inhale, reaching back. Exhale, cactus to the right. Inhale back. Exhale, draw knee to your nose. Inhale, reaching back. And exhale, right toes over to the left side. This time bringing your right hand over to that left side as well. Lower onto your forearm. And breathe into that right side. Pushing out through your heel, reaching long through your fingertips. And slowly lifting back up, finding your tabletop. Tucking your toes, and we'll push back to find your first down dog. So just slowly walking it out, pedaling your feet. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Sinking your heart down and lifting those hips nice and high. Nice deep breaths. You're going to lift your right leg up to the sky, nice and long, keeping those shoulders square. Take a bend into that right knee and just let your foot hang over to the left side. Maybe you start to draw some circles with that knee opening into your hip. And then we'll straighten that right leg back out again. As you exhale, draw your right knee in towards your nose. Holding that knee and foot up close to your body. Inhale, lifting back up. This time as you exhale, draw that right foot all the way through in between your hands. Finding your low lunge. So make sure this right ankle is directly under your right knee. Pushing out through that back heel, lifting your heart forward. Take a nice deep inhale, and this time as you exhale, start to lower that left heel down behind as you straighten out your right leg. Now here's a great spot to use your block to elevate you a little bit. You want to make sure you stay nice and long through your spine. We don't want to curve too much here. So growing taller through your spine. Think about reaching forward towards that side wall, and then start to hinge over that right leg. As you inhale, this time start to bend into your right knee. We're going to lower your left knee down behind, releasing your toes. And inhale, lift arms overhead, Anjayasana, monkey pose. Sinking deeper into that left hip. Your hands can be overhead. They can stay down here on your knee, whatever feels best. exhale, lower hands down, framing that right foot again. Inhale, lift your heart forward. This time, exhale as you push back, straightening that right leg, lifting your right toes off the mat, and maybe you find your block again here. Again, doing that same thing, lengthen through your spine and then hinge forward, sinking your hips back. And inhale, we'll come back forward, bend into your right knee. Lifting arms back overhead, Anjasana. Exhale, lower hands come down. Frame that right foot, tuck your toes, find that low lunge. Inhale, come forward, exhale, push back to your pyramid. Once again, good spot for your blocks if you like to use them. Growing taller before you hinge forward. Inhale as you bend into that right knee. We'll send your right foot back to meet your left. Finding your plank position here, shoulders over your wrists, nice and long through your spine. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, take your chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, push back, downward dog. Breathe it out. Other side here, lifting your left leg up to the sky. Sinking into your right heel and take a nice deep bend in your left knee. Let your foot hang over towards the right side. Maybe draw some circles here with your knee, opening into your left hip. Straighten that left leg out, and then exhale, draw that knee in towards your nose, hold it there. Inhale, lifting back up. And this time, exhale, bring that left foot all the way through, in between your hands, low lunge. Pushing out through that back heel, make sure you have a nice alignment here on the left side. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, lower that right heel down behind, straighten your left leg. Finding a block, or coming up to your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale as you bend into your left knee. Lower your right knee down, releasing your toes. Inhale, lifting up, Anjasana. Drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, hands come down. Lifting heart forward as you inhale. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Lower those hips back behind. Lengthen through your spine and then hinge forward. Inhale, bending into that left knee, coming back forward. Lift your arms up, Anjasana. Exhale, hands come down, framing your left foot. Tuck your toes on your right foot. Find that low lunge. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, sink that right heel back. Straighten your left leg. Find your block if you like. Lengthen and hinge forward. knee. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Taking your chaturanga, if you like, feel free to drop your knees here, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, pushing back, downward dog. Breathe it out. And looking forward, we're going to hop, step, or jump your feet to the outside of your hands. So finding your malasana. So I'll show you from the front here. Toes are pointing towards the corners of your room. Hands to heart center, and you can kind of push your knees away with your elbows, lifting your heart up and forward. If you need some support here, you can find a block, but I encourage you to sink into your hips if you can. Maybe just rocking side to side, working into those hips a little more. From here, we're going to bring your hands down to the mat. Lean forward, and we're going to send your left leg back behind, releasing your knee down. Then we'll start to let this right knee pull out to the side. So you come onto the blade of that right foot, sinking deeper into those hips. So you're not pushing too hard on that knee, just gently guiding it. And if it feels good, maybe you reach that right arm back behind you. Reach that right arm back around. Maybe you stay here on your palms, maybe you lower down to your forearms or to your block, going just a little deeper. And we'll lift back up. Tuck those left toes behind, lift your left knee and hop your left foot forward back to your malasana. And we'll do the other side. So lower hands down, lean forward and kick that right foot back behind. Release your knee, release your toes, and start to work onto that outer edge of your left foot, guiding that left knee open. Really getting into those hips. Let that right hip sink down towards the mat, and maybe you reach your left arm behind. Left arm can come back, and we can sink down again to your forearms, to a block, or you can stay right there on your palms if that feels best. Just keep breathing, sending your breath to those really tight spaces. And slowly coming back to your palms. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee, hop that right foot forward, back to your malasana. And then we'll lower down to your mat. So bending your right foot in front of you, try to align your shin with the top of your mat. So it's a little, your heel's a little farther away than you normally would have it. Then we're going to stack your left leg on top of your right, finding your fire log, your double pigeon. So this is really working into your hips. You might notice my knee does not come all the way down because I'm really tight. You can find support with your block or a blanket under your knees if you need to. Coming back to your breath here, try to just sink into it. This might be enough right where you are. Feel free to lean forward, walking your hands out. And slowly walk your hands in. Bring your hands just slightly behind you. Straighten your legs out in front and just shake them out a little bit. Rock them side to side. And then we'll bend your left knee. Same thing, align your shin with the top of your mat here. And we'll stack your right leg on top of your left. Each side is different, so you might notice a little more tightness on one side or the other. Again, growing up nice and tall through your spine. Maybe stay here, or maybe start to hinge forward, walking your hands. Letting those muscles release, knowing that maybe your muscles holding on, it may be your mind. So try to let go whatever you might be holding on to. And slowly walk your hands back in. Again, bring those hands behind you. This time bring your feet about mat distance apart. And we'll just slowly start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Releasing those hips out. And we'll come back center, finding your comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. Hands to your knees, growing up nice and tall, closing your eyes, and coming back to your breath. Thank you for practicing with me today. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us some feedback, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.